My name is Ariane,
And my name is Etta.
and welcome to our channel, How We See Things. And today's topic is going to be about your life contract, or how we see that topic, life contract, and
Our understanding
of it, and how we are experiencing them in that direction. So, yeah. So, how do you really see the life contract, and how do you feel it starts, or yeah?
Well, me personally, the way I understand it, and what I believe in is you always live in your love country.
You love contract
Love is in the
air, obviously.
life contract. From the moment you take your first breath. And
I like that love contract.
Yeah. There's a love contract towards yourself, with yourself.
Exactly, that's why I loved it. Such a good meaning.
And that's my understanding of it, and this is what I believe in also, that you are always living your life contract. If you're aware of it or not, that's a two different side of the coin. So how about you?
No, I also think that as soon as you're born, you already chosen your parents. You already then started your life contract. So in that sense, you always living your life contract. And I also really believe that because you have chosen to be exactly at this time and everything like this, to really have this human experience and what you wanted to get out of your life before you came here. So already just by taking a breath and living, you are living your life contract. I just think it is different with certain people who are meant to be more conscious, aware of their life contract compared to others. I think it's no right and wrong answer in that
But it's
sense.
also what you chose.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I said it's nothing right and wrong, because for one person it's right not to know or be aware of their life contract, but another person, they get this question to really go into it because that is part of their life contract, and you are doing it constantly.
Yeah, you're never out of your life contract. And your life contract, it can take you in all kinds of different directions. But if you want to be more aware of your contract, that is probably because it's part of your contract. And so you seek answers and seek awareness and seek understanding about that. But then there's a lot of people that don't want to be aware of it and just enjoying here and now and the moment and to be.
In one way, they are living more in tune with the life contract when they're doing it. Also.
No, until we find it.
So because they are just living, and but if you really want to get to know this, then it is about really tuning into yourself. Be aware of who you are. Then you will get a feeling of what your life contract is here about, if you really want to know it. Because nobody in reality can tell you 100% what your life contract is. There are a lot of people, empath and others, who can pick up certain part of your life contract. Only you who knows 100% what kind of life contract that you have made and through your life.
And it's because of this that we have a little bit of hard time to believe in whale of forgetfulness or river of forgetfulness. I personally think, and we have talked in length about this, that you do remember everything. You do not go through no whale of forgetfulness. It's that you choose not to remember because you have chosen to live in this timeline. You have chosen this experience, and the other experience that you had before doesn't deserve you.
It doesn't serve you anymore.
No.
And that's why you chose not to bring this with you. Now, I don't think you come here and then whale a river and you forget. Because that it really did not resonate for me. And when I had the meditation, I got more down that it is not. You choose not to remember, because but then you have certain people who remember their past life, and you have a lot of children that some people remember exactly, but they chose to bring that memory with them, and some of them doesn't, because we chose not to bring it because it did not serve it. But those children or people who do remember the past life have chosen to bring that memory because it serves them in this life contract, and that's why they made a conscious choice before they came here to bring it with them. Because you have children who sees the past life, see the auras and other things. But I think when also people think talking about the way of forgetfulness is that certain people also bring you out of it, society. When they say, "Oh, your aura doesn't exist," and then you start believing it, and you change the frequency in your brain, and then you don't see it.
No, exactly. So, and then also when we talk about your life contract, and then you had made a contract with somebody that didn't go so well in former life, and you decide to clean up the karma, that will happen. And if it doesn't, it will just happen in the next life then. But a lot of people want to know and want to find out, okay, who is my mother? Was I her mother? Did I mistreat her? This is why she mistreats me in this life. Is there something I need to clean? Those are all valid questions, and if you have that question, then most likely is the truth. And there you have then the tool to clean up that karma. You meet somebody that mistreats you, and you can think, okay, did I do something to this person? You always know the karma that is coming your way, always. So you can clean it up, so you don't have to repeat it in next life. So.
And what I think is very important there is not to remember not to beat yourself up and say, I should have remembered, I should have. Because then you already have put this energy towards yourself. You are then mistreating yourself again. So when things that the karmic lesson that comes up because what we have done in the earlier life that we need to clean up or the other way around, you will get a feeling. And when you, like you said, when you start asking this question, is a reason why you suddenly get down a question like this, it's usually that it is something in you that resonates. And then you know, okay, that's what's coming on, because you are then in tune with yourself. So I think that is
in tune with your contact.
Because you
made with that person in former life, or before you came here, actually.
And just because you did not feel in the beginning that you were aware of it, and then you felt like you have forgotten it, no, you have not forgotten it. It's just that you made aware. Being aware is not something to do with memory. Memory is something you have to call back. But being aware is very different. And I think that's what I think it is most important, is that you became aware. So when you have been in a situation and then afterwards you're like, oh, I could have done things other. It's not because you forgot or you've been stupid. It's that you became aware. And that is an extremely positive thing, to be aware. And I think that is more we should be focused, is being aware, being here now, and really believe that you always are following your life contract.
Yeah. And don't forget that you are a spiritual being having a temporary human experience. And if it's
rolling off the tongue.
Yeah. Speaking to me too much Norwegian this morning. And as experience as a spiritual being. Oh, very good.
Oh, that's cool. So be aware that you are a spiritual being.
Yes.
You have not forgotten it, because you cannot really forget, because you are a spiritual being. It's that the difference is that you are aware of it or not. So be aware that you are a spiritual being with human experience, with human emotion. And we came here to have all of this wonderful emotion and human experience, and we should just live by the human experience, but don't how can I say it? Because you're not really forgetting if you're not being aware at the beginning. But if you became aware of it and then suddenly you forgot you were, that is a bit different. But you are always, everybody is a spiritual being, even they're aware or not. But don't forget that it shows us to be a human with a human experience, because sometimes we
punish ourselves for being human.
Yeah.
So, but in any case, you are always living your contract. And I also want to touch on, if you don't like the contract, if you think things are too difficult, you can change, you can rewrite your contract. Nothing is written in stone. Nothing. You can always change your contract. And that could also be part of your contract. to change it. And just don't forget, if you're going through a really hard time and you feel like, okay, I don't want this contract anymore, don't forget to take the knowledge from it, the learning from it. All experience is really a good experience because you can always have opportunity to grow and learn and evolve. So, but don't punish yourself for it. Just change your contract and then match the frequency of that new contract. So
you are a creator.
Yes.
So you can always create
your
own contract, a new contract. So if that feels okay, I learned this.
Had enough of this part of my contract. Yeah.
I want to change it. You can do it because you are a creator. And that's why I think it is one of the most popular things. You are a creator, so you create. So you can create your own new contract. But you have to then also let go of the other and don't keep that in. Take the lesson from it, but don't keep it, procrastinate inside, because then it's very hard to change your life contract, because then you have not re-edited your editor, the subconscious mind, to match the frequency. I think a lot of people then forget they need to surrender into it. Surrender into it. If you want to change the content, then you also have to surrender into the new change, and you have to lead the change.
Don't harbor and don't stay in, because if you stay in that old energy, then you will continue on your old contract.
Because you're not changed it.
Yeah, and you don't integrate into the new because you don't match the energy of it. And that has to do with everything, law of attraction, everything. If you don't match the energy, you will not receive it. So plain and simple. And if you harbor in it, or you're constantly thinking about it, then you're not matching energy. You need to think of it, let go of it, and know it is.
And invest time in yourself.
Yes. So don't forget that you are a spiritual being, having a human experience here. You are a creator of your own world. And if you don't like the contract that you feel that you have made before you can change it. It's in your power. You are the creator of your own universe. So go for it, baby.
Go whatever feels right for you. I think that is, I really appreciate that, because that is what really I feel is about living here as a spirit being with the human emotion, is that I have to learn how to really go with my feeling and what my heart is telling me.
Yeah, you have to get to know yourself.
And be aware of myself in that sense. And really, I think that it is more important than focus on really what is the life contract. For a whale of forgetfulness is really being you, authentic you, and always as a spiritual being with the human emotion. And I think if you do that, you will naturally do all the contract, and you will change the frequencies much easier, because you have been yourself 100% authentic. And then the other thing is, in the end, really doesn't matter that much in the end, because you are always being you and your life contract.
It's like, you can remember and you can come to the realization some part of your contract. But you can never really remember word by word what you have chosen to experience here. Because, like I said, the contract does also change. You do it unconsciously or consciously. And therefore it's very important to be in the moment, be in the present, be good to yourself. Don't and follow the flow, baby.
Yeah, but in the end, because everything is energy always flows. It's never still, and it's constantly changing, constantly moving. So I think that it's also important, because that's what everything is energy. It's nothing. Energy can never be still.
No, and if you do remember some, like I have, for example, I have remembered some of my contract, why I chose to come here and why I chose to be here at this time point, and I think it's wonderful. But I don't forget either to live life, not just concentrating on these few things that I have discovered, I have written in my contract. So I also enjoy the other experiences, not just these experiences, because that is also a part of my contract, even though I don't remember it, because if it wasn't, there wouldn't be.
Mm.
Plainly. So enjoy life. Don't forget to have fun and laugh and seek and be curious and
Be passion and change and all of it, but life is about experiences.
That is part of your contract, you know.
So it's not something you really need to be so worried about or think too much of. When you get aware of, like you have experienced that you got aware of it, it happened naturally.
Very naturally.
So I think it's as soon as you be naturally, you don't have to worry and you don't have to feel like a pressure that you have to know all of your contract. It's enough being human being, and what you become aware of your life contract or different parts of it, great. But like I said, it's because you went through all of it. It's because you did all of your life experience that you became aware of it and really appreciate it. And don't worry so much about it. I think a lot of it, when we talk too much,
we are seeking so much, we shoot above the point.
Yeah,
you know, we shoot above what we want, really. And when I became aware of part of my life contract is when I accepted myself, who I was, or who I thought I was, and who I think I am, and what I feel that I am, that my essence is, and the reason I came here. One of it, but that's just a little part of it. The reason I mainly came here to have this experience as a human being. So when you really go within, we say this a lot in every video, really have to learn how to know yourself or who you are, and love yourself and respect yourself, and then let go, and things will come to you, because then you mesh in the frequency that you want to know, and then the universe will give it to you.
Yeah. And I think that is that's why you don't have to worry so much about this.
No.
Take it.
But if you put worries, you put stops on it.
Yes. So, but we human, we do this sometimes. It's I
want it now.
Yeah, or get bored or anything like this. But and because we get curious, but like I said, you don't really need to be sorry, because things come naturally. When you go in, like you said, it will come to you, and it will come to you when you have matched the frequency.
Yes.
And that's, I think, it is really important to do. But so I honestly don't think too much about it, or.
But also talking about matching the frequency, and the way to match the frequency is to let go of it. Don't obsess about it, obsessive thinking. Then you always shoot under or above it or beside it. You will never match it. You think it, you put it out, and this is what you want.
Integrated the feeling, and let it go.
And then you will get it. But living your life contract is mostly to be. You always live in your contract, no matter how your life is. You always live in part of it, and just remember to learn from it, to take value in it. Yeah,
and appreciate that and be grateful for it.
Yes, no matter the experience, really.
And that will make you so much more happier in life when you learn to be grateful and appreciate and let go, and just learn, really honestly believe that you are you, and be there and take in everything and absorb and let go of it. I will promise that you will be a lot more happier,
much easier.
And the more you do, the more you practice.
This makes perfect. Just don't obsess it.
Go with the flow.
Yeah. So don't forget that you have always been living your life contract from the first breath that you took. So in the meantime, if you want to follow us, then please hit the subscribe button and the little bell beside it, and you will get notification each time we put up a new video. And so don't forget that you are absolutely amazing. I can't stress enough how amazing you are, just because you are you.
And please hit the like or dislike button, or please write us a comment.
Send us a smiley face.
Your experience, what you think, what you feel.
And what you think about this topic.
Yeah, what you felt. So please do that. It'd be wonderful to hear from you.
Because we love to learn and grow from others.
And connect.
Yes.
So please do that, and always remember to shine as bright as you can be.
Yeah, let your light shine. See you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.